Assalamualaikum. Good evening, everyone. Today I am delivering my very first presentation about Glicazide MR, which is precise in effective glycemic control with high tolerability, better cardiac safety, and renal protection. Southeast Asia is one of the fastest growing region for diabetes. People with type 2 diabetes face 60% higher risk of developing any form of cardiovascular disease, 73% higher risk of myocardial infarction, 54% higher risk of stroke, and 84% higher risk of heart failure. The poor glycemic control, especially in the first year, leads to increased risk of micro and macrovascular event and death. Here you can see if A1C is more than or equal 9%, then microvascular event or complication will be 121.3 out of 140 events. Importance of achieving early glycemic control. 1% reduction in A1C at diagnosis causes 18.8% risk reduction, and in myocardial infarction causes 19.7% risk reduction. And 1% reduction in A1C 10 years after diagnosis only cause 2.7% risk reduction, and myocardial infarction 6.5% risk reduction. That means আমরা যদি শুরুতে আর্লি ডায়াগনোসিস করি তাহলে আমরা অনেকখানি রিস্কটা কমাইতে পারছি। Achieving 7% A1C reduce complication. 7% A1C ensure to reduce 37% decrease microvascular complication like kidney disease, blindness, 43% decrease amputation or fatal peripheral blood vessel disease. International guidelines like World Health Organization, International Diabetes Association, National Institute for Health and Care Excellence, American Diabetes Association, European Association for the Study of Diabetes all recommend to keep A1C below 7%. Glicazide is the preferably sulfonylurea among Asians. There are 59.4% are Glicazide sulfonylurea users, and among sulfonylurea users there are 47% are Glicazide users. Glicazide users have 9% higher likelihood of achieving A1C less than 7%, and Glicazide users had 19% lower risk of self-reported hypoglycemia. Glicazide MR preserves beta cell function. Diamacron MR 60 can maintain insulin-free period up to 14.5%. Glicazide MR by blocking free radicals prevents apoptosis and preserves beta cell function, thus prolong insulin-free period, which is 14.5 years. Glicazide MR is the weight neutral sulfonylurea. Here we can see weight gain at the end of follow-up. Glibenclamide patient gain weight 1.7 kg and glimepiride 3.5 kg. And in case of diamacron MR, there is no weight change up for 5 years. Risk of hypoglycemia is lower compared to glimepiride. Patient with hypoglycemia in glimepiride users is 8.6%, and in diamacron MR is only 2.6%. That means 70% less chance of hypoglycemia. The reversible binding of diamacron MR it causes less hypoglycemia. Non-binding of diamacron MR with cardiac cell it preserves ischemic preconditioning, and antioxidant properties of diamacron MR shows slow down progression of atherosclerosis. This acts as free radical scavenger and preserves ischemic preconditioning. Here the conclusion of today's presentation. 7% HbA1c reduced complication, and diamacron MR is the most trusted oral antidiabetic to achieve 7% HbA1c. Diamacron MR is the only weight neutral sulfonylurea can prolong insulin-free period up to 14.5 years. Diamacron MR provides better cardiovascular safety and renal protection. Thank you. Thank you everyone for making this evening beautiful, and also grateful to surveyors. Wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum.